Today is a really special day because you guys have a lot of fun things that you're going to be sharing with the group. So I'll just welcome everyone who's here. Today we have Autumn and Jacob and Sierra and TJ. I'll make sure that my chat is open and ready. Jacob says hello to everyone, and let's go ahead and get started. What you see here is our book club site. Obviously, this is our home page. And I just wanted to kind of review everything that we've done so far this semester and our enduring understanding that humans use strategies to construct meaning. For our book club, we focused on the reading strategies to make meaning of our text. And can anybody tell me some of the reading strategies that you practiced this semester? Think of some of the book club jobs that you did. Those were actually a lot of your strategies. So all of your microphones are on, so you can go ahead and just speak up or you can type into the chat. I'll give you a hint. We always did summarizing, and that's a reading strategy. Any others that you can think of? Okay, it looks like Jacob is thinking about it. I know that you guys did a lot of questioning, so discussions, leading discussions. Summarizing was definitely another one. Finding important passages, quotable quoter, making connections. Making connections is a huge reading strategy. And so I just wanted you to be aware that that what you were doing was really purposeful this entire time. Okay, so we'll move on. We don't want to spend too much time there. Our world-class outcomes or our goals. Um, Today we're going to really demonstrate our understanding of these world-class outcomes. Our first world-class outcome, we are going to be presenting a creative representation of our text and the greater themes of our novels. For our second world-class outcome, we so far we've already spent a lot of time this semester thinking critically about our classmates' ideas through our discussions. And today we're going to take it a step further and we're actually going to analyze the images, the music, and the words that our classmates chose when they made their presentations. And we're going to really analyze how those fit with our stories. And welcome, Nicholas, by the way. And last but not least, our third world-class outcome, we've collaborated on several occasions and shared with our shared writing pieces, our discussions about the text, and we've recently spent a lot of time on Edmodo sharing our ideas, our images, and questions about our final project. So we definitely incorporated those 4 C's: the creativity, the collaboration, critical thinking, and so forth. So I just wanted to, before we get started, just remind you of how you're going to be graded. I'm sure all of you have had a chance to look at this, but I just want to show you one more time. There were 4 different categories. Obviously, you wanted to get a 4 or the highest score in each one of those categories for a total of 16 points. And it'll take me, a couple days to get you your grade, but today is your chance to show me the point of view or awareness of your audience, the duration of your presentation. So in other words, did you use your full 30 seconds and did you use it well? The images that you chose, did they communicate symbolism, any metaphors, and a tone that matched the story? And then of course the soundtrack that you chose as well. Did it match the images that you chose? And of course, the story as well. So, all right, just keep these in mind as you do your presentation. At the very end, I'm going to ask you to send me a private message of what you think you would give yourself. If you would give yourself the full 16 points, or if maybe you thought you earned more like 12 points, whatever you self-rate yourself. Okay, So here we go. We are ready to get started. And there's a couple different ways we can do this. The easiest is probably to make you the presenters and then just have your screen show. And so then, therefore, we just are watching your screen. Yes, Nicholas.
Um, I couldn't figure out how to upload my Animoto to Edmodo.
Right. Yeah, and that's okay. I can show you really quickly how to do that so that they're all in one place. But as long as you have it on your screen today and I can see it, it's not going to be a problem. But anyway, at the very, very, very beginning of all of this stuff on Edmodo, if you go all the way to the very first post, there's the assignment. Oh, there it is. So here's the book club project. So when you click on the book club project, there will be a spot for you to upload your video. So you just kind of have to scroll down until you see the project post. Okay? All right. But do I have any volunteers to get started? Yay! Okay, so I like this. We're all jumping in. Um, I think I'll take Sierra first, and then we can go to Autumn second. But here's what everybody else who is not presenting, here's what I'd like you to kind of do while you're watching the video. I want you to think of at least one compliment for your classmate. Okay, let's go ahead and make Autumn the presenter. So Autumn, you're
I
gonna
thought it
say,
was. I thought you said that you would say Sierra is.
oh, sorry, whoops, yes, oh, whoops.
Where does it say to make you the presenter?
I'm the one who has to do that. So
Okay.
here, let me make Sierra the presenter. Sorry about that. Okay, Sierra, you're gonna see something on your screen that says make my screen the presenter or something. There we go.
Just can you see the little go to meeting control panel?
I can see my own. I think everybody can see their own control panel, but we can definitely see your entire video, so this is good.
Okay. Well, this is my bridge to Teribithia.
Okay.
That's a little easier.
Wow, that was really nice.
Thank you.
All right. Do we have any compliments for Sierra before we ask her a couple questions? Yeah, go ahead, Autumn.
I really liked when she presented the kingdom, like their kingdom. I
Yeah, so Autumn thought it was
really
important to show the actual kingdom, and she liked the image that you chose. And Jacob is clapping. You can see that um, in the chat. Nicholas, what were you gonna say?
I don't
I was
have a
gonna say
picture a lot. That was a
I
really
like
pretty
the
picture.
last picture how it said the bridge soon to be.
Right, how the bridge used to be. Good. All right. Well, Sierra, I have a couple questions for you. Why do you think the images that you chose were the best way to tell this story?
Because they show most of the important parts of the story. Like I couldn't find a single picture of Leslie in the stream, so I did this song because it's sad. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, that's good. So instead, you couldn't find an image that you wanted in particular, so you chose a song that would represent that sad theme. That's great. Did you use any symbolism in your presentation? And what I mean by symbolism, just to review for everybody, is did you choose an image that wasn't from the story but represented something else, like maybe represented a feeling, or
Hmm.
were all of your images right from the story?
They're mostly right from the story.
Okay, well, and that's fine. We just that was one of those things that remember on our rubric, we were going to try to use as much symbolism as we could find, something that maybe stood for something else. Here's an example, a really easy example of symbolism as you go forward. Um, the American flag that stands for freedom and liberty, that kind of thing. Okay. All right, another question for you. So we already talked about why you chose that soundtrack because you really wanted it to portray that sad tone of the book. But what were you trying to portray overall in your presentation?
I was trying to portray overall was to show that even though it's a good book, sad parts come through and sometimes happy.
Yeah. So what was the overall theme? And this question actually is for anybody. What do you think the overall theme of this book was?
Hmm.
Do you think it was something about the importance of family, or was it more about the importance of friends? Um, was it a life
Importance of
lesson about death in general? Those are just some ideas. Go ahead, Sierra.
I think it's about the friends, families, and death. Those are main the parts in the book.
Yes, exactly. So you hit on the theme. So it's about learning to deal with a death, and then also using, your friends and your family to get through really hard times. Very good. All right, let's move on to Autumn. Autumn, are you ready to present?
Yeah.
Okay, so looks like we should be seeing your screen. There we go. Perfect.
Okay. Hold on. There we go.
Ooh, very nice, Autumn. I did see some images that I think maybe stood for something else, some symbolism, but we'll let you speak. Let's take some compliments first.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Nicholas.
Um, she did a lot of details.
Yeah, she did have a lot of detail. Are you talking about the text that she chose, or just the images in general?
Well, like the text and the images.
Okay, good. I think she did a really good job with the text, especially. She really retold the story, definitely.
Yeah.
And Jacob is clapping, and he said it was great. So, Autumn, why did you feel the images that you chose were the best way to tell the story?
Hold on.
Sorry. Um, well, like, I wanted to choose the most important parts of the story instead of doing details because I only had 30 seconds. So I
Good.
decided that I should just do the most important parts of the story instead of just adding the details into it.
I think that's a very smart thing to do since we only had 30 seconds to do the free Animoto video. You chose the most important themes of that story, which were friendship and death and the importance of, Jess and Leslie together. So, did you use any symbolism in your presentation?
Um, well, I didn't really put it in because it's kind of a detail kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
But when I was reading the book, I know that sorry. I know that some symbolisms are some like Jess's drawings and art and all what Jess does because those things come in real life.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And so,
So yeah.
Is that why you chose to put the image of the flowers?
Yeah, because
Very
it kind
good.
of reminded me of Teribithia.
Yeah, good. So why did you choose the soundtrack that you did?
Well, I wanted kind of something more graceful, but yet creative too, because they are creative.
Yes, they were creative kids. Yeah, very good. So overall, who was your target audience? Who were you making this video for?
Well, kind of kids my age.
Yeah, kids your age, and so that's why you chose certain images. That's great. All right, and so Sierra and Autumn, um, when you get a minute, go ahead and send me a private message, unless you want everybody to see it, but send me a private message of how you would rate yourself, and then we could go ahead and move on to. Let's see, Nicholas, are you ready to present?
Um, well, I'm doing this on my iPad, so I can't share my screen.
Oh, right. No, you can't. Okay, so did you turn it in on Edmodo? Remember how I just showed you to scroll all the way down to the bottom and then turn it in?
Well, I couldn't turn. I got to that part, but I couldn't find a way to put the Animoto there.
Huh. Okay, so somebody who was able to turn in their project, how can we explain this to Nicholas so that because it looks different for me because I created the project. But go ahead, Sierra, tell him.
Well, when you go there, I would just say click turn project and a big little box will appear. Then you can write, okay, this is my name, and like it'll send it out to the teacher, and you just add the website to it at the bottom.
Ooh, okay.
Wait, so you like do a link?
Yeah, if you have
A link
Edmodo
to your
open,
video.
you can add that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the link to your Animoto video is what you're gonna
I
put.
thought it wasn't supposed to be a link, but
No, because when you I'll show you an example. Like here's an Animoto video that I'm gonna show in a future class. So all I would do is I would cut and paste this link, and that's what I would turn in onto Edmodo. Okay. So
okay.
go ahead and play around with it for a minute, Nicholas. So once you click on it, there should be something that says "Turn in assignment," and you're pretty smart. I think you'll be able to play with it and figure it out. Okay, so he's going to play with that for a minute. Let's see here, Jacob. Go ahead and tell me in the chat if you are ready to share your screen. Okay, Jacob is ready to share his screen, so we're going to go and watch Jacob's. And remember to be thinking of a compliment for Jacob. Well, for all presenters. Okay, so we're going to see Jacob's screen here any second. So Jacob, there should be something that says share my screen, and so you're going to have to click on it. Okay, it looks like he's figuring out how to share his screen. So I made you the presenter, Jacob, and so right now there should be a button on your screen that says something to the effect of share my screen, and you click on it.
Or not yet.
There it is. Perfect. Okay, here we go. Huh. Turn up your volume so we can hear your soundtrack. Okay, Jacob, turn on the volume on your computer and push play again so we can see it with the music. Oh, wow. Okay. I liked it. That was really good. All right. So, it's kind of hard to hear Jacob's music, but that's okay. I think maybe your actual computer volume wasn't up. The video volume was up, but the actual volume on your computer. But that's okay, Jacob. We could hear it really faintly, so that was okay. Um, all right, guys, let's take a compliment for Jacob. Yes, Autumn.
Well, I really liked his text for his images because they were kind of very like exactly how the picture showed, and I really liked the Leslie and print and PT. I really liked how he described that.
Yeah, how he put the part in about Prince Tarian because that was an important part. Absolutely. Yeah, Jacob, it seems like chose pictures that came directly from the book. So, Jacob, tell me in the chat, why did you choose the images that you chose? And while he's typing the response, Nicholas, do you have any compliments for him or anybody else? Oh, Nick,
I thought
sorry.
your video was really nice because you showed more things
Well,
about the book.
I was playing with the Edmodo thing, so I didn't see it.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fine. Let's see. Jacob has told us in the chat. I thought it really worked for what he wanted to say, and TJ said that yes, he thought it was really good. Um, Jacob, did you have any symbolism that you tried to show us in your presentation? Something that maybe stood for something else, or did you use pictures that were directly from the text? We'll wait for his response. Okay, yeah. So Jacob chose some symbolism when he chose the bridge picture when he was crying. Yeah, all right. And oh, Autumn, I think that's too low, by the way. I just got your message. But anyway, all right, Jacob, that was really good. Let's move on and see if TJ is ready to present. TJ, why don't you type yes or no into the chat if you have it up on your screen, and I can make you the presenter. Okay, so TJ put it on Edmodo, so we're just going to go find it. And I will present TJ's, and then he also has answers to my questions that I will share with you afterward. Okay, so let's find it. Mm-mm. Okay, recent activity. Oh, sorry. There we go. Okay, so let's find TJ's. Okay, there's Nicholas's. I'm not seeing it, TJ. So let me give you a couple more minutes to upload it to Edmodo. Or it's in the backpack. Okay, so let's look for the backpack. All right, TJ, I will look for this while we watch Nicholas's. How about that? So I will get to Nicholas's right now. All right, here we go. Okay. Oh, Nicholas, I'm not sure that this was your video. This looks like, oh, here it is. Is this the one that you made, Nicholas?
No.
Okay, so it looks like you just cut and pasted the homepage to Animoto, not your video. Um, so, yeah, do you want to try that again?
Um, sure.
Okay, go ahead and try that again, and I will look for TJ's.
What link do I do? What
You
link?
have to pull up your video, Nicholas, and once your video is up on the screen, that's the link that you're going to be cutting and pasting into the assignment. Okay. Um, all right, give me just a second here. I'm looking for TJ's. He said it's in the backpack. Oh boy. In the backpack. Okay, so these are the students who were able to turn it in so far on Edmodo. So I'm not seeing it, TJ. TJ, can you maybe pull it up on your own computer screen and then um, it's on the clipboard too. Okay, well. All right, I'm not seeing it here. Okay, he has it up. So we're going to make him the presenter and he's just going to show his screen. I think that's going to be easier than me sitting here trying to find it. Okay, TJ, so your screen is going to come up. All right, let's get ready for TJ's. Make sure your volume's up. Hmm. All right. Wow, those were some pretty powerful images, TJ. That was pretty emotional. I'm going to pull up the responses to your questions now because I have those. So let's look and see what TJ had to say about why he chose the images he did. But before I do that, and Jacob is clapping. Do we have any compliments for TJ? Go ahead, Autumn.
He used a lot of pictures.
Yeah, he did. That was kind of surprising that 30 seconds allowed for that many images, but it really made it a strong presentation. I also noticed that he did use a couple of the pictures twice, so maybe he thought that those were really important. Like the running picture, that was a big part of the book for sure. All right, so let's see what TJ had to say about why he chose the images he did. Okay, so you're looking at his responses here on the screen. And he picked the images because I thought that they showed the way that the characters were, sorry, in the book were like. These were the best to tell the story because I put them in order to tell what happened first, second, and third, and so on. Okay, so he really thought that order was important. And any symbolism, he used the picture of the running girl at the end to symbolize that Leslie, since she was such a good runner, and it made her look like an angel. That's a really important thought. I didn't even think of that. So I'm so glad that he shared that with us, that it made her look like an angel at the end. It's really good. And he chose the soundtrack, which I'm not sure that his volume was up, but he chose the soundtrack because it was from the movie. So he went and found a clip directly from the movie. That's awesome. And he liked it. And what type of tone was he trying to portray? Fun in the beginning and solemn in the end. Ooh, I like this word. Solemn means serious and kind of sad. Target audience were kids. Well, yeah, I would agree with that, TJ, because the people that would read this book and the level that it's at would definitely be people your age. All right, and then, ooh, and this is a question that we're going to get to for all of us here in a minute. But how does the book's theme or purpose relate to something in real life? So I think that we all make friendships, and the people we meet with the people we meet, so that the theme relates to most people's lives. Death is also part of life, but he has never really experienced someone close to him dying yet. But some people can relate to this. So yeah, he hit it on the nose there. That important theme of friendship, and then having to deal with death at one point in your life. Absolutely, TJ, you did a great job. Thank you so much. Okay, Nicholas, are you there for us, buddy?
Well, I just wanted to say his um, presentation. It was really good. Um, I liked it. The part where he sort of said it in a like each part. He said each part, and it was very important to the story.
Yeah, he did. He was really good about picking out the most important parts of the story. Good. And he was able to use quite a few of those important parts. He had the most images that I've seen yet. All right. Nicholas, were you able to upload into Edmodo?
I'm still writing down the link.
Okay, so he's still working on it. All right. So we are going to move into well, and don't forget, by the way, people, if you have not done so already, send me a private message of what you would rate yourself. And one last thought from Jacob on TJ's presentation. Um, he said that the pictures were great. All right, perfect. And he enjoyed how you put the book into the pictures. Okay, good. All right, so we're going to move on now, and these questions are for everybody. So all of us need to respond, and you can use the chat. It'd probably be easiest if you just spoke up, though. It goes a little quicker. But let's talk about how the book relates to something in real life. Maybe your life, a connection that you've made. Sierra, go ahead.
Well, for me, a little bit back, my grandma just died, so I kind of relate to Jesse when Leslie died.
Yeah, exactly. So, what was different about when this family member of yours died compared to Leslie?
We actually found her body, and she died of a heart attack. Actually, a few of them.
Yeah, so it was she an older person, that maybe,
Yeah.
yeah, it wasn't maybe as surprising as Leslie's death, but definitely hard, nevertheless. Okay, Autumn, go ahead.
Well, I have an old dance friend, and she would always like
Uh-oh.
bully everybody, I would say, kind of like push them and hit them and all. And it's only because her family. Well, I'm kind of relating to Janice Avery.
Hmm.
Um, it's only because her family would always like bully her and always try to make her win, and so that's why she would always push and kick and all because of her family
Right. So you were able to relate
and
to
what she
Janice
was going
Avery.
with, kind of like
Yeah,
Janice.
the way that she acted was very similar. That's right. Okay, that was a really good connection. So what did any of you, this question's for anyone, um, What did you learn about the importance of friendship in this book?
I learned you may not like each other at the beginning, but after a while you become really good friends.
Yeah, so maybe not to judge a book by its cover and to give maybe the most unexpected people a chance in your life and look at how close Jess and Leslie became in that book. Did they kind of save each other at a point? Did they save each other from, I don't know, loneliness or, yeah, and TJ's telling you friends help you, definitely. Any other thoughts on that? Oh, let's see. Nicholas, you're muted. Go ahead, Nicholas.
Um, well, like when Jess said that Leslie should help Janice Avery, it really, I mean, at first she didn't want to, but then she really was glad that she did it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So maybe you can surprise yourself by doing something nice for somebody who was really kind of acting like a jerk at first, right? I mean, Janice was being just really mean, but once you kind of like got past that and figured out what was going on in her life, you were maybe able to understand her a little bit more and actually treat her a little bit nicer than, and um, than maybe she deserved, at least at first. But then, didn't she turn out to be actually a pretty nice person? So, all right, guys. Nicholas, were you able to upload your video?
Yes, I was.
Okay, so let's go find Nicholas's, and then we will watch our last video. Ooh, yeah, 10 turned in assignments. There we go. Okay. All right, so hopefully this time it worked. Looks like it did. Perfect. That's what it seems when we're together. Time loses steam, and life is to share. Friends are together when we are together. Yes, finally. Wow. All right. So I saw a couple different images in Nicholas's. This was really great. Any compliments for Nicholas?
I thought it was really good, and I like how you had the different photos to show their different feelings and stuff. Like how Leslie has other plans. That was nice.
Right. Yeah. I really liked how he showed, um, well, I liked how he used text to kind of tell what he was thinking, not necessarily what happened first, second, and third, but more of like what he was thinking. Like, this is the saddest book. One queen fell and then another arose. And that image of Leslie drowning was pretty powerful, Nicholas. um, why did you choose the images you chose?
Well, I thought they described and they sort of described what I was thinking, so it wouldn't be so confusing.
Good. So yeah, okay, so what you were thinking, and Jacob says great and pure awesomeness. I would agree. What kind of symbolism did you use, Nicholas?
Well, like that picture with Leslie drowning, it wasn't really made from Bridge to Teribithia. It was just a random picture
Right.
of someone falling.
Right. And
But
so you thought that was an
it was,
important theme of the book to talk more about the death. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Oh, this has been great. Um, let's see here, guys. I think let me just double check. Looks like we have everybody Oh, well, Joshua, looks like you just came in. Josh, are you there?
Uh-huh.
Josh, do you have your presentation ready to share?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna make you the presenter, and we're gonna watch Josh's. Okay. So Josh, you're gonna see something that says "Make me." There we go. Perfect.
Hey, one sec, I'm getting it up.
Okay. All right. So remember, guys, if you haven't done so already, send me a private chat of what you would rate yourself. Okay. From a 1 to 16.
Ain't nothing better than watching you smile. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ain't nothing better than watching you laugh out loud, baby. Ain't nothing better than watching you be you. Ain't nothing better than right now. In your eyes lie the secrets I don't wanna miss. Put your hand in
Huh. Wow, that was really interesting, Josh. You definitely chose some different types of images. Why did you choose the images you chose?
I thought they'd be good in it.
Okay, well, yeah. I noticed that you chose there towards the end. What was that, an owl that you were trying to show us?
Mm-hmm.
And why did you choose that image?
I thought it was cool.
Okay, how did it relate to the story?
They attacked them.
That's right. Okay. And Jacob is clapping. So do we have any more compliments for Josh? Go ahead, Nicholas.
It was. I liked how it didn't. Um, it didn't make. I mean, it. It. There a lot of pictures related to the story, like the picture with Prince Tyrion. He with him giving Leslie Prince Tyrion, and not just Leslie with Prince Tyrion, but him giving Leslie Prince Tyrion.
Oh, okay. So you thought maybe that was an important thing to recognize how giving he was. Um, One thing I noticed was an upbeat soundtrack. Like it wasn't sad. Like most of you guys chose kind of sad music. So Josh, tell me a little bit more about why you chose the music you chose.
Because I didn't want it to be sad.
Okay. So did you think the happy parts of the book were more important than the sad?
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, earlier in this discussion, we had talked a lot about the two most important themes of our book, and they were friendship and the importance of friendship, and then also death and having to deal with death and how people deal with it in different ways. So maybe you chose to illustrate more of the friendship side of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, you did a fantastic job as well. Josh, in the next couple of seconds here, I'd like you to send me what you think your score should be on the project. You can send me a private chat. And then I just want to thank all of you for taking a risk with me today and working hard to get to those world-class outcomes. We had some really hard things to accomplish. And we've communicated our ideas, we've collaborated together on the theme of our books, and we've definitely had to think critically through our several discussions. And today you really, your creativity really blossomed and showed through. So all of your presentations were different and they were all wonderful. So pat yourself on the back. Yay! All right, guys, and I will see you Thursday. Thursday is going to be a little bit different. We're going to do a TCAP. That's the test that you're going to take next week, by the way. We're going to do kind of a test prep. So it's going to be kind of all subjects, all grade levels, and it'll be a lot of fun because you'll get to see like a lot of kids. And yes, I did. Let me share Jacob's last connection that he just made before I let you go. He made a really good connection. He thinks his life connects to the book when Leslie died, and he connects to that because his friend's dog died, and they and he were very sad. Another one was when Maybelle got her Twinkie stolen, and he relates to that when my friend stood up for a friend of his. So, yes, there again, Jacob connected to both of those important themes, friendship and death. Very good. You guys, yeah, I'm so proud of you. Nicholas, go ahead.
Um, I um, I have a connection to the story. Um, the is actually the connection that is the story is based on is the author. Um, her son's best friend got struck by lightning, and died. So
Yes,
she said it's to prepare other people. That's
right.
why they wrote the book.
That's a really fantastic connection, Nicholas. That's right. Everybody's had to deal with it in one way or the other. Definitely. All right. Well, I will see you guys on Thursday. Again, good job and happy Monday. All
Bye.
right. Say bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Good job, guys.